Pleasant good morning, everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in. My name is Sister Jewel, and today's topic is trust God completely and man discreetly. So, I'm going to give you three different definitions, and these definitions will help understand the topic a little bit more. So, first definition is trust. Trust is the firm belief in the reliability, truth, ability, or strength of someone or something, right? So it's basically trust means it is a full belief in someone or something. You have a firm belief in someone or something. Completely means totally, fully, entirely, right? And discreetly is in a perfect and prudent manner, especially in order to keep someone something confidential, or to avoid embarrassment. So the topic again: trust God completely and man discreetly. So the first part is saying trust God completely. So he's saying trust God entirely, no matter what you do. Have full trust in God. No matter what obstacles you have in life, trust God. He's there for you. He's there to do everything for you. He said, don't trust him partly. He didn't say trust him a little bit here, or when you go into trouble, to lack trust in him. He said, trust him fully. So that means at all times, during all types of storms, during all seasons in your life, that you must trust the Lord. And the second part says, and man discreetly. So, like I said, discreetly basically means carefully. So, you want to trust a man carefully. Not everything, not every person in your life. Obviously, you want to trust people, right? But you have to trust them carefully, because not everybody's there for your good intentions for you. Some people is out to get you. Some people is out to punish you. Some people is out to do things to you. It was so funny that the second part says this, especially in order to keep something confidential. So I'm pretty sure we all had a moment in our life where we told somebody something and we had full trust in them, thinking that they would keep our secret, or thinking that they won't go and tell nobody else. Or you'll go to them and be like, hey, you know, this happened to me, don't tell nobody. But then that person run and tell somebody, and that person tells somebody, and then it's like the trust becomes broken. So the second part says, or to avoid embarrassment. That's embarrassment, because what if you tell them something that's dear to your heart, like, and then they go and tell somebody else? Then you're embarrassed. You can't trust them no more. And all the stuff that you told them was confidential. So it's like they say to basically be careful of trusting man, because especially when it's something that's confidential, because man have a way that sometimes they don't stick to their word, and they will go back and tell people your business. And I'm pretty sure we all kind of been through some type of form of that. So that's why they always say trust God, not man. Because if you trust God, think about it. God is God, God alone. He don't have no friend to run to. God had nobody to go into and talk to tell your business. When you go pray to God and you tell God your sins and your complaints and your trouble, God is not gonna go and run and tell nobody. God's not gonna embarrass you. God's not gonna put your business out there. He can't, right? You put your own business out there if that's the case. So you can put your fully trust in him, because you know for a fact that he already said in the Bible a million times that he got your back, and that you don't need to worry about it. But with man, sometimes it's like we don't know how, like when circumstances happen, like they could run and do whatever they want. They could turn their back on you at any time. They could hold your secret and blackmail you. They could do so many things to you by just trusting in man. So you got to be careful when you trust in a man. I have two verses that I wanted to point out that I thought it was really nice. It was Proverbs chapter 3 verse 5 and 6. It says, trust in and rely confidently on the Lord with all your heart, and do not rely on your own insight or understanding. In all your ways, know and acknowledge and recognize him, and he will make your path straight and smooth make your path straight and smooth, removing obstacles that block your way. Right? So let's look at the first part. Trust in God and rely confidently on the Lord with all your heart. And do not rely on your own understanding. Sometimes we go to situations and, like, let's say we go through some financial problems or relationship problems, and instead of taking it to God to help us and guide us and protect us, we feel like we can handle it ourselves. We have our own understanding, saying that God will never help me through this financial situation. I have to do it my way. I have to do my own thing. But if you only trust in God, there's times where people is financially struggling, and because they ain't trusted in God, they struggle even more. But when they have fully faith in God, somewhere or somehow somebody end up sending them money or giving them money, or they end up finding ways of paying the bill, or finding ways of just making it through life, through their struggle. They have like $5, but somehow this $5 is stretching. It's because they have faith in God and they trust in God, and God said He have your back. So because of that, He's making a way for you, basically. And then the second part says, in all your ways, know and acknowledge and recognize Him, and He will make your path straight and smooth, removing obstacles that block your way. And this is exactly what He's doing. He's when you trust in God, He removes all the obstacles that's blocking your way. He try to put all the stumbling blocks, all the negative things that's there. He removes it, and He always makes a path, no matter what. I don't care when people say there's no way I go into this situation, God will never see me through this. There is a way, and there is a way, and He will definitely get you through it. Even if you're struggling, you probably like struggling for your whole life, He might help you go through your struggle, but you will be happy, you will be content, and you'll be satisfied in your struggle, because He learned how to maneuver you in a way where you're content, that He will make you like learn the value, or He just makes your path smooth and straight. So all that frustrating that you was frustrated before will be no more. And the second verse I want to touch on is Jeremiah chapter 17 verse 5. It says, "Thus saith the Lord, cursed is the man who trusts in and relies on man. Make weak, fatal human flesh his strength, and whose mind and heart turned away from the Lord." Do y'all hear that? It says, cursed is the man who trusts in and relies on mankind. So Jesus right there is telling you that you're going to be cursed if you just trust in mankind. He said, and then they're making a mock saying, making weak, fatal, human flesh his strength, and whose mind and heart turn away from God. Think about it like this. You so mad about your situation, you're so mad about what you're going through, that you turn into man that's just like me and you, that don't have no power, no magic, no nothing. You're relying on them, and you're trusting in them more than God to see you through. It's something that making no sense. It's not making no sense. It's like a joke to Him. You're going to be cursed, because you will forever be in a cycle of everlasting struggles, or whatever you're struggling, you're going to forever be in that cycle, because you're trusting in man. You're not trusting in God. You will never break that cycle. You'll forever be in that cycle where you're constantly going to be struggling. You're constantly going through your conflict. You're constantly going through your storm, and you will never learn from it, because you do not trust in God. And just remember that that's a curse. That's a curse in itself. That literally God said that cursed is the man who trusts and relies on mankind. And mankind could be all different types of shapes and forms, right? So I encourage you guys to trust in the Lord. Be of good courage, Always remember that God got you, no matter what. Although we try to do our own thing, and although we feel like God cannot help us in our situation, Just trust him and you'll see the things that he could do for you. You see the breakthrough that he will do for your life. And you will see how he could make your situation and turn it around and make it positive by just simply just trusting in him. You know, it makes a difference. I'm telling you through experience that just trusting in him, like, it breaks barriers. Your mindset becomes different. The way you act becomes different. People seeing your light inside of you and they just want to help you, or God will physically, because you're on his side, he will physically send some help your way. If you're drowning on a boat in the middle of the ocean and you're only trusting on yourself to paddle your boat, and you're trusting yourself to get where you have to, you're trusting, looking for man instead of praying and asking God, send some help now. Lo and behold, somebody that probably never passed ever come by in a boat and say, you know what's so crazy? I was driving past and something told me to make a right. And then look, it's a good thing I listened to that, because look, I found you guys and y'all needed help. That's how God works. He always sends some help. He always sends somebody to help you no matter what. So trust in God. And I pray that you guys continue to be great. Continue to be well. And trust God completely. Not partially, not a little bit, but entirely. Fully trust in God, because he will be there for you no matter what. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all, see you guys tomorrow in our next devotion. Bye.